to them. Queen, Godmother, Phoenix, from Dawn, Johnson. Okay. Okay. So, now, okay, so we said, as we can clearly see, the devastation harnessing universal current has already caused the natural environment, as it directly correlates to the poles, the magnetic poles, and the effect it has had on birds and other life forms. It affects their navigation during their migration. It has caused wildlife harm, making them disoriented and more aggressive and violent, and is labeled, and it's also labeled, as we said, as global warming, whether the earth heats up and the solar ice caps are melting and all that type of thing. Okay, when in reality it is a collapse of the earth's grid. It's a collapsing of the earth's grid. Of course, now if the earth's grid sinks, all that energy sinks, you're going to have a sinking holes. So that's where we get I'm sure where we get the sinking holes. I mean, that weight has to go somewhere, because if that sinks, then the hole filled with what? What, a tachyon matter, or what did they call it? What did they call that? Tachyon something, I forget another. But it's space matter. Okay, it's going to fill that hole. And that weight is going to put pressure on whatever that, whatever landscape it is above, right? So, and now if we have this vortex that's being usurped, then when it collapses, it creates a pocket, right, filled with space matter. Then that's going to weigh down on whatever's beneath it, and you're going to get that hole. Okay, so a lot of things going on as a result of what they're doing, and they just label it global warming, right? And then what on top of that, global warming, right? Okay, so when in reality it is a collapse of the Earth's grid, okay, that's causing all this problem, allowing the hot, it to be allowing hot, not only harmful UV rays in, it heats up the planet by day and decreasing temperatures by night, because now there's nothing to trap the energy. Okay? There's nothing to keep the earth warm at night. And there's no deforestation? There's nothing to hold in that energy, because the ozone is being depleted, right? Okay. Okay, so now we have, as I said, these harmful waves. It heats up the planet by day, decreasing the temperatures at night. So now you have these absurd temperatures where even the Niagara Falls freezes, right? Now think about this. I mean, if Niagara Falls freezes, what about the people on the street? I mean, one time I saw in a posting, Arsenio Hall posting, okay? He posted a posting, just to demonstrate how cold it was outside. And it was of a squirrel that had frozen to like a gate post, a metal post. A squirrel had frozen there, there. How long did the squirrel, that's a question, a math question. How long can a squirrel hang onto a fence before it freezes in below zero temperatures? Most times squirrels run away. How long was he there before he got frozen? So if the squirrel was frozen to a post, what's happening to people on the street? There's probably a lot of stuff they're not telling us about what's happening to these homeless people on the street. It's cold out there. We gotta care. This is our family. These are our loved ones. Don't matter how they dress, how much money they have or don't have. This is our family, and they have the same capability as anybody else, as all of us. We gotta care. I like my dress. I love this dress. It's pretty, and I like it. Anyway, okay, so and that's a result of what? The ozone. These people are crazy. They don't have sense. They don't have mind, because they're attached to something else. Their father is the devil, and he wants to come in, and he's telling them he'll take care of them. And they're believing it because they've seen him build Egypt, build Mesopotamia, build Machu Picchu, build the Inca system, build all that. And then use telekinesis to move things around, right? Or to mentally connect with one another, or communicate with one another from far distances, right? That's why them stone blocks were cut similar. They communicated telepathically, using electromagnetic wavelengths, intense ones, to connect those those ions, or those electromagnetic waves, interacting with one another's electrical fields or electromagnetic fields, getting on the same wavelength. And now we know thought, of course you always know thought is energy, has a vibration, has a wavelength, get on the same radio. It's like tuning into a channel, a radio. The world is created much smarter than the commercial world tells you it is, other than going to a 9 to 5. And if you go into a 9 to 5 at Walmart, you really had a bad luck, right? Because what's the growth there? What's the mental stimulation there? And then going home paying bills from that, and babysitting, watching children, and not that watching children is bad, but what I'm saying is it's time consuming, it's energy consuming, where you don't have time for much else, right? Okay. And the world is progressively getting more technologically advanced, right? Okay. So we said the ozone is being deteriorated. The vortex is collapsing, or the grid is collapsing, creating these big sinkholes, right? Because space matter's filling this pocket, okay? Creating this bubble by them trying to suck in and open this stargate, as they see it, which is what? Another dimension, right? Going back in time, thinking they can open up Capricorn again, and then go through Capricorn, travel through Capricorn, and travel through going backwards in the universe, like Obama going east, as being the female going east to the man to deliver the seeds, rather than man coming to her. And that's what we have in the universe, in the world today, right? Women gotta wait for their men to come to them, rather than women going to men. You got women going to men these days, women pursuing men, when it was the son going toward the woman. Even the universe tells you how love is supposed to be. The man is supposed to pursue the woman. The son goes from east to west, from the man to the woman. Love goes from east to west, but he went that other way, taking the energy the other way, and then energy follows energy. So conscious or subconscious, energy will follow the same, and they'll think the same thoughts will travel the same path. It's gained. Okay? You gotta watch them. Okay? Putting all that stuff out there. Okay? What does the Bible say? A man thinketh, so he be it. Okay? Okay, so we said the harmful rays. Okay, we talked about that. Okay, so the frequency, we talked about that. Okay, so, we talked about the ozone. Okay, we talked about that. Okay, increasing the frequency by letting all that, by depleting the ozone. That's letting those UV rays in, creating the extra temperature, the increased temperature, right? Okay, at night, okay, as we said. No, and these Zionist Babel lizards know it. Okay, Babel reptilians know it. And Babel, what did we say? Baal represents, Nimrod, right? Baal represents Nimrod. Molech represents Nimrod. And the bull represents Nimrod, right? And then, so now they want to make Taurus represent Nimrod. Okay, and so Venus is in Taurus right now. Libra is in Taurus. So now what they try to do is create this big problem while Venus is in Taurus, the bull in Babel. And now by the time Venus gets back to the house of Libra, then this evil deed will take effect in Libra. And what's going to happen in Libra? What's supposed to be the asteroid, right? And I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it hits the Vatican. And inshallah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I curse and bind this evil abomination for creating this hanging in Mississippi. I pray to Allah that outcome will be blocked and they get no power from it. No response they want. The focus is still on the abomination for promoting division among humanity. Trying to create this phobia. So they'll have some power effect in September. Watch in September during the equinox when Venus gets to Libra. Okay, and they'll probably have another false flag because they'll be expecting a reaction. See what every action has an opposite and equal reaction. So they done this sacrifice to have a reaction in September, and that's when the Pope is supposed to come because Venus went in Taurus. Venus went in the bull, right? So Venus went in the bull. The woman went in the bull, which represents the man, right? So they made Venus a man to enter the bull backwards, right? Because if she entered, the only way to enter the bull, right, is to go into the bull. Okay, she can't go into a female bull, and a female bull is not a bull. Okay, so and now to return that, now when Venus gets into her house, the bull or the representative of the bull comes to her house, goes in her, and who's represented in her house will be this piece of shit that's in there. So it's a game they're playing on you. And A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Qul a'udhu birabbil nas, malikin nas, ilahin nas, min sharri waswasikin nas, alladhi yuwaswisu fi sudurin nas, minal jinnati wan nas. I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bind that evil spirit that they're trying to enact, this energy, this evil energy they're trying to enact, and okay, and corrupt our spirits with this energy they release. Okay, and have these jinn attached to bring forth these jinn. I pray to Allah to block it, and you pray as well. Muslims, Christians, believing people, believing humanity, pray to block that spirit because that's the game they're playing. When he comes back, he's going to reciprocate, and there'll be another problem. So I bind that spirit in the name of Allah. I bind the abomination and that hanging for what they did. I pray to Allah to help to that man's soul rests in peace. But the sacrifice, the energy they want to get from the sacrifice, I pray to Allah to block it. Let it go back on them and harm them. Let it go back to the abomination. Let it go back to the Vatican where it came from. Let that spirit return to where it came from. Let it have no effect on humanity. I block it in this dimension of the universe. I pray to Allah to block it on the astrosphere as well. Alright. So, I pray to Allah to block that energy and, I pray to him. Is this all mine?
Yeah. I was going to give one to the other two.
I'll give it to him. Okay, I'll give it later.
Just save them one.
I'll save, don't tell him about it, I'll give it to him.
Alright.
Anyway, so, I pray to Allah to block it and bind them for their evil deed and let them get nothing in September and block the energy they're trying to manifest here. They're trying to manifest something. Okay? And remember, Venus, on the 17th of March, Venus went into Taurus. Taurus is the bull. It represents. Okay? The bull, they try to represent the bull by Babel or Nimrod by, which is Babylon by Venus. I mean, by the bull. Okay? So I pray to Allah to block that evil spirit, that evil intent, because planting seeds is intent. So they planted a seed. That sacrifice was a bloody sacrifice for to affect the bloody moon, have an effect on the bloody moon, to be empowered by the blood moon, so they can save themselves. It was a sacrifice to save themselves, right? Okay, but I pray to Allah to block it. I pray, Allah, please block that spirit, that energy. Let it not manifest, ever. Let it be destroyed. Send it back to where it came, the abomination in the Vatican, because that's where it came from. It didn't come from our white brothers and sisters, our white family members, our beautiful white family members, because Allah created all humanity from all different colors, from the black clay. Okay? So black brothers and sisters, black family members, don't get mad at your white brothers and sisters. Don't separate from them. Show them love. They didn't do that. They wouldn't do that. Just like they tried to blame the Muslims for 9/11. So you hate Muslims. Muslims hate, Americans hate Muslims. Black people hate white people for hanging black people. And white people hate the black people because they protecting the black man, the black person who ain't even black. It's all a game. Don't fall for it. Okay? So the Babylonians know they do this to weaken the Earth's magnetic sphere. Okay, that was a harnessing of energy. When they do their sacrifices, they harness energy. The way they harness, and another way they harness energy. Okay, watch for them in September. They look for when Venus goes into Libra. Watch for something to happen. Watch another game be played on you as Venus travels through the celestial sphere. Okay, I pray to Allah to block them from entering the West. I pray Allah block him. Put angels to block him and destroy his intention. Let his evil stay with him and go back with him. And just let the evil he tries to bring America, let it go back with him. Let it travel back with him. The evil that he tries to do here, and the evil that is obtained as a result of this subhanAllah, the evil that they try to obtain as a result of hanging that man, let it go back to the Pope and destroy with the Pope back when he returns to the Vatican, along with the evil that he tries to do here. Let that go back to the Vatican and destroy the Vatican, destroy his house, not America. Let the West, be favored by you and protected by you and guided by you and loved by you. But let that evil that he tries to do here, whatever evil he does, in fact, let him take all the evil of slavery, because it was started by them, the evil of racism, because it was started by them with the Inquisition and the killing of Muslims and Jews. Let that go back to them. Let them go back to you. Let usury, that is usurping people, taxing people, their income, let that go back with him. Let all of the evil that was brought in America, introduced in America, let it go back with him and destroy the Vatican. Let it go back with him. When he comes, let him be that magnet that all of the evil that was done in America, from slavery, from the establishment of America to the killing of Native Americans with the smallpox blankets, what Columbus did to their babies and the Trail of Tears and all that, let that go back. Attach itself to the Pope. Let him be that train for the jinn, to take all the jinn out of America and the West and the world and Zionism too, and let him be let Vatican be destroyed. Any evil he does here, he wants to do here, let it the evil be what attracts all the evil in America like a magnet, and take it out. Take it out of America and let America shine and be beautiful. Let the West shine and be beautiful. And let it be a lovely place to live, harmonious place to live. Was one family, united by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in love, and electromagnetic energy, all right? Direct and electromagnetic energy. Let us be united in love, because that's what love is. It's direct and electromagnetic energy, okay? Okay. Okay. Now, okay. So I pray to you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as Queen, Godmother of East and West. I pray that in your name, on your Holy Quran, as a believer, as a Muslim, as a lover of humanity and your creation. I pray your will be done, and I pray that that one who calls himself the spiritual Pope, the Pope, okay, in charge of the Vatican, I pray that he takes all the evil out of the world, and it attaches itself to him, and just, even that which is in Palestine, and all that has happened in the world, the Boko Haram, and the kidnapping of those girls, okay, with the Bring Back Our Girl campaign, the disenfranchisement of women, and usurping the universe, I pray that attaches itself to him. Let him release no negative energy in this world no longer. Let all the negative energy that has ever been done in this world attach itself to him. And let him go down. And that I pray to you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in your name, on your Holy Quran. And I say Ameen, Ameen, and Ameen. Okay? And if he tries one little thing, and even if he don't, if he comes to America, let him take all the sin of America with him. He wants to be the Christ who dies for the sins, who said to die for the sins of the world. Let him be the Christ. Let him take on the sins of this world, the sins of America. And let him go out. Let him be taken out. Okay? Let him be taken out. Let his Vatican be taken out. Let the abomination be removed from office. The doctor put in, inshallah. And the body be taken out too. Okay? And the Pope. Let his Vatican die for the sins for the world. Let his Vatican be removed for the sins of the world. And we take our money back. We want our money back. We want our gold. We want our diamonds. All the wealth that you stole. We want that back. And this I pray to you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This I pray. And Allah protect. Allah, in your name, I pray that you protect me. Protect my crown. Protect my heart, my love, my soul, my life. My country. The world, the country I live in, the world I live in, the world humanity lives in, the humanity I love, the humanity you created. Protect it. And those devils. And let's have a good year. Okay? Remember, let's have a good year. Let us all have a good year. Okay? And I still mean what I say about the commercial war. Y'all want to play games, huh? Y'all want to ignore sister. You want to ignore sister's beauty and ignore sister's intelligence. Ignore that. When you finally come to recognize, inshallah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, I'm going to charge you up the yin yang. Okay? Just to be in my presence. I'm going to charge you up the yin yang. Just to sit down with me. And I ain't playing. Okay? Now, so the harnessing of the energy is messing with the poles, right? Causing collapse, leaving the earth with soaring temperatures and destroying life on earth for humanity. Okay, the earth functions on, as we said, the earth functions on in a rotational manner using direct current and or light energy or frequencies, okay? Vibrations, okay? From the sun and the polar, the north and south poles, electromagnetic energy from the poles, right? Or as we said, Cancer and Capricorn, which is feminine energy, creating the day and night, okay? So this alternating current creates the day and night, okay, as the earth turns, okay? As the earth turns, okay, it's creating the day and the night. As the earth spins on its axis, right? It's creating the day and the night, right? Going from on using direct energy from the sun and electromagnetic energy, okay, from the equator and the cardinal cross, okay, which the Christians wear on their neck. It doesn't represent, it represents the cardinal cross, on which basically they're trying to say they killed God. And on the cardinal cross, the astral cross between Aries, Cancer, Libra and Capricorn. They placed him on the cardinal cross and they sacrificed him, his astral body, his spiritual body. So when you're wearing that, you're wearing what they, you're wearing, symbolizing the death, from their perspective, the death of God. From their perspective. Okay? You're wearing from their perspective of what they taught you, that they killed God on the cross, because that's his, and they went above God. Now they're above God because they're in the ethereal plane, the fire plane, the spiritual plane at Ra, right? Because that's the fire plane, because it's represented by the sun, the fire. Okay? So now that's what 9/11 represents, going above God, because God represents one. They go into two. Okay? Two is what? The twins. Because now the twins reign. It's not the one, it's the two, and two is more powerful than one, right? So they divided God. Now he's the Father and the Mother, the Holy Father and the Mother, and the Son. Okay? So, because from their perspective, they killed God. God's on the cross. Okay? On the astral plane, they killed his astral body. His celestial body, that's what I mean. His celestial body. Astral body, celestial body. And the ether, not the ether, but there's a temporal and an ethereal. I can't remember how to say it, but whatever. But anyway, so that's the plane of fire. Okay? Spiritual fire. And that's higher. That's electricity. The two, electromagnetic and direct energy. Right? Holy Mother and Holy Father. The Holy Mother and Holy Father, right? And what do we say? For that incest stuff. Mary being supposed to be the Holy Mother. Jesus, the Holy Father, right? And she came, the Holy Son, and he's the Holy Son too. And he came out of her, right? But now he's her Father. The Holy Father. That's into their theology about as it relates to electricity being divided. But we know God is absolute power, so if he's absolute power, there's no two. Because absolute means one. See what I'm saying? So they're playing games. They're playing games. Because if absolute means one. There's no vision of power making it two, alternated and magnetic and direct. Because we all know he created the sun, which is direct, and he created the poles, magnetic energy, which is, alternating. He created the two. The one created the two. Okay? Okay, so that's the game they're playing. Okay, so we said that about, okay, the polar energy, okay, creating day and night. Okay, okay, so that's what they do, okay? Usurping the planets, the energy of the planets, celestial energy. Okay? Dang, we got a long way. Time to go. Okay. Okay. So the planets. Okay. Now, and when they usurp the planets, what are they doing? They're causing the Earth to slow down. Okay. Because what happens to you when you have no energy? You get tired. The planet gets the same way. The Earth gets tired. When the Earth gets tired, you're gonna get tired. Because we're affected by the energy absorbed from the sun. Okay. When the Earth speeds up, we speed up. We feel happy. We feel better. We'll feel better. And that proves that the Earth is slowing down. The days get longer. Now, from what I understand, it used to be 22 hours a day. Now it's 24 hours a day. So that's the days getting longer as a result of the Earth slowing down. Okay? So, they're slowing down because they're usurping the Earth's grid. Okay, and the energy gives the earth the appearance of floating, right? With the energy, it floats because look, when you're energized, what do? You move. Okay, you move around. You have energy to okay. No energy, just collapse. What happened? No energy, the body dies. There's no life in the body. It just falls. Same thing with the earth. The earth's life forces its energy. Okay? That's why Ra is so important to the earth. That direction. That direct energy. The sun. Okay? Okay, so it floats. It actually rotates. Okay? The energy allows it, gives it the rotation, the movement. Okay? It puts it in the spin cycle, right? So that it has what? Perpetual motion. Okay. Now, so, okay. And it floats. That it gives that, as I said, the perpetual motion. So now it can float. The only way birds stay in the air, they have that perpetual motion of moving their wings, right? Okay, and they got that from, and then they did the same thing to the pyramids, right? Give it that energy, make it move, and just, you know, I know, change the frequency, make it lighter, okay? By not, if it's not condensed, the opposite of condensed is when it's very, like water, ice is condensed. Then to change the frequency, they loosen the density, right? So now it's lighter. It's lighter. Now they can move it around. Okay, and then they can, with the direct energy, they can cut it like butter. Cut through it, the granite like butter. Okay, and shape it in anything else. Okay, that's what they did to the pyramid technology. Okay, with this energy of the grids, okay, with this grid energy, okay, without the grid energy, the planet is dead. It kills the planet. Okay, the planet's lifeblood is its energy. Okay, its life source is its energy. And that's what makes the food grow and all this, right? And they're usurping this. Okay, and now, and the earth without its lifeblood, right, its life source would simply fall through space or get captured in the gravity field of something else, right? A black hole, or maybe even crash into another planet or the sun. Okay, so along with slowing the planet down, of course the frequency slows down. It also dumbs down humanity, as we said, causing their synapses in their brain to fire slowly, okay, affecting their nervous system, right? Thus they process intel slower, just like the planet slowing down their intel, their intellectual inspiration, or it slows down, all right? Okay. Okay. Now, and if they're biology, DNA has to develop at a certain rate, right? A certain speed, certain frequency, right? So if the frequency of the earth is slowing down and the human body is slowing down, so the process center is slowing down, the synapses are slowing down, all this energy is slowing down. That's going to have what? More babies that are, what do they call them? Down syndrome. Okay? More neurological deficiencies, okay? More physical deformities. We are tied to this planet. We are tied to this solar system, okay? We are one in our environment, okay? So it's all slowing down. We're not one with the commercial world. That's commercial, that's temporal, okay? So, okay, so it slows down the intel, right? If not, the person doesn't have the ability to process it all, right? Okay, like unfortunately some mental retarded persons, okay? And I don't mean to be rude, but if we're going to take care of ourselves, we've got to know what the problems are, okay? So, okay, so electricity, electricity, the product of light, is the key component of life in the universe. One may say it is the building blocks upon which all life in the universe is constructed. I'm going to go to video 6. Assalamu alaikum.